Audi has made some big improvements with this compact crossover EV, and we're gonna talk about it right now. The all-electric Audi Q4 e-tron goes through a significant mid-cycle refresh. This entry-level EV is built on the Volkswagen MEB platform and looks similar to the VW ID.4 of the same platform, but has some added Audi spark and has a more stylish sportback model available with a sloping roofline and a rear spoiler. For the refresh, not much has changed on the exterior. There's still a large grille, matrix design LED headlights, and e-tron embossed on the front and rear bumpers. Yep, pretty much looks the same, but there are these new available 21-inch wheels which elevates the look, and besides, most of the important changes are on the inside. The EV system consists of an 82 kilowatt-hour battery pack that powers all wheels with a dual motor configuration dubbed the 55 e-tron. There once was a single motor rear wheel drive 40 e-tron model, but apparently that isn't a thing anymore. No, really, I'm on Audi's site right now and I don't see it anywhere. But the rear axle for this new 55 e-tron model now has an updated PSM, or permanently excited synchronous electric motor, for higher efficiency and greater power. And the DC fast charging capability, that's standard, has been increased from 150 to 175 kilowatts. That means this battery can get a 10% to 80% charge in about 28 minutes. And that also means you can subscribe to the KBB YouTube channel and watch some of our videos while this bad boy is charging up. The Q4 e-tron's platform allows for some very workable cargo space. Behind the second row, there's 24.8 cubic feet of space in our tester here. Fold down the 40-20-40 rear seats for 53 cubic feet. Inside the cabin, the Q4 e-tron accommodates front passengers well. Me being 6'4", I can find a comfortable driving position with highly adjustable seats and a steering wheel column with a decent range of motion, which probably should be electronically assisted, but I won't nitpick. Thanks to the layout of the battery, rear seat occupants will have plenty of space. I'm 6'4", this is set for my ideal driving position, and I still have leg room, have some good headroom, but the seats don't recline. However, there is a flat floor for middle seat occupants, but if you're tall, your head is gonna graze the headliner. But if you're a regular sized person, I'm above average in height, you're still gonna be comfortable. The cabin of the Q4 e-tron has a relatively modest vibe for an EV. There is a premium feel and a quality fit and finish with plenty of angles to give this interior a futuristic look, and a 10.25-inch digital gauge cluster which houses Audi's digital cockpit, which allows you to customize the screen to your liking. There's also a 10-inch infotainment touchscreen, although it looks very non-futuristic, is angled towards the driver and works just fine with standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So this still does that thing where it turns on and off when you enter or exit the cabin. And it's good when you're in a hurry, not so good when you're trying to film B-roll. But besides that, I like the circular steering wheel rather than that squircle that they have available. Feels nice, and the cabin is mostly unchanged. I mean, they still got this gloss black right here, but they do have a nice wood treatment up top, and they also have these large bottle holders on each of the doors for those trips where you're extra thirsty. And speaking of which, let's get this thing on the road. The Q4 55 e-tron gets a 40 horsepower bump up from the old 50 e-tron for a total of 335 horsepower, which enables a respectable 0 to 60 time of 5 seconds, which is almost 1 second faster than before. Along with power, the 55 e-tron's range also increases 22 miles for an EPA estimated total range of 258 miles and can tow up to 2,650 pounds. Now the Q4 e-tron's range numbers are closer to the other luxury compact crossover EVs in this segment. And the bump in horsepower doesn't hurt either. It never hurts. It makes this really peppy. This refresh also consists of retuning the suspension. Audi claims there's a better balance of comfort for ordinary driving and stability for more dynamic driving. The Q4 e-tron already had a competent ride with a planted feel in corners and minimal body roll, but there's nothing wrong with refinement. Audi said they've improved the steering on the Q4 e-tron, making it more responsive to the driver's inputs, and I've always thought the steering felt fine. It's the brakes. They've said they've improved the brake travel and lessened it a little bit, but the brakes still feel a little squishy to me. But there are drive modes to change up the driving characteristics of the Q4 e-tron if you want a more sportier drive, or if you want to relax, throw it in comfort. If you're interested in one pedal drive mode, the Q4 e-tron still doesn't have it, but you can adjust your regen braking with the paddles behind the steering wheel. Standard safety features include parking sensors, blind spot warning with rear cross traffic alert, forward collision mitigation, lane departure warning, and now adds adaptive cruise control with lane guidance. In here, the seats are comfortable. There's not a lot of wind noise coming in or road noise despite having some large wheels, and visibility is nice. I mean, all of that mixed together with some fun driving dynamics, this is a competent and pleasant ride. Pricing for the standard Q4 55 e-tron starts at $56,395, which reflects the destination charge, and that includes 19-inch wheels, leather seats, and 10-inch digital gauge cluster and infotainment screens. Per the luxury car way, the price goes up as you add packaged or standalone features and creature comforts. If you're looking for a more stylish option, the Q4 55 e-tron Sportback model starts at $59,395. When you're ready to plunge into all-electric territory, go on KBB.com and get a fair purchase price on a new EV like the Audi Q4 55 e-tron Quattro, or maybe one of its competitors. KBB.com, click the link above for more details. Competitors in this segment include the Mercedes-Benz EQB, Genesis GV60, Volvo XC40 Recharge, and of course the Tesla Model Y, which comes in at a cheaper entry price and more range. And if you aren't in need of the luxury bells and whistles, check out the Q4's platform mate, the VW ID4. New EVs are popping up left and right, but Audi brings significant improvements to their entry-level EV at a not so intimidating price point. So the Audi Q4 e-tron now has more range, quicker charge times, and better performance, along with fun driving dynamics, a lot of tech, and a roomy interior. If all that sounds good to you, check one out for yourself.